Well, everybody, this is Gary. Today is October 7th, 2021. It's 8:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States and Rochester, New York. And this is my coping with schizophrenia blog. And for today, today I'm doing pretty well. My auditory hallucinations are at a minimum. They're there, but they're more in the background. My anxiety levels are pretty much under control. Um, My paranoia is pretty strong today. I did take some Zyprexa to try to calm that down. Took half a milligram of Klonopin to help control some of my anxiety because those levels are pretty high today. Um, my depression is pretty strong today. Um, but I also wanted to go over what the definition of schizophrenia is. Um, Schizophrenia is what's known as a psychotic disorder. Psychotic or psychosis simply means a disconnection from reality, a misperception of reality, usually in the form of hallucinations. Hallucinations are when the five senses perceive things that other people don't perceive, that are not real. Usually, hallucinations take place by seeing things that aren't really there or hearing voices or other things that aren't really there. Hallucinations can also take place in the other of the five senses, like smell, taste, and touch. But most hallucinations are seeing and hearing things that aren't really there. Another part of schizophrenia is delusions. Delusions are another disconnection from reality. Delusions are fixed beliefs that are not true, that a person sticks to believing even though there's no evidence to support them, or the beliefs have direct evidence against them, and the person persists in believing them. Um, this includes paranoia, in my case, thinking people are following me or plotting against me or spying on me. When I'm on my medication, I'm usually aware when my delusions are not real, although they still feel very real. So I'm sort of like a stuck in between land between my delusions and reality. If I'm off my medications, I'm fully immersed in my delusions, and I believe they're absolutely true that people are following me, they are spying on me, and they are plotting against me. That's why it's important for me to stick to my medication regimen. Um, Schizophrenia is like a lot of other disorders. There's other psychotic disorders that could be confused with schizophrenia. Schizotypal disorder, schizoid personality disorder, and a whole bunch of other disorders. I technically have schizoaffective disorder, which is a form of schizophrenia. It's sort of a mix of psychosis with bipolar disorder. I have mood swings between depression and mania, and that's why I take Seroquel. Technically speaking, schizophrenia falls on a spectrum in the same way autism falls on a spectrum. And so schizoaffective disorder is a form of schizophrenia, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the American Psychiatric Association. Um, if you want a full definition of what schizophrenia is, you could easily find the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual online. If you Google it or Google the word schizophrenia, it'll come up on Wikipedia or the American Psychiatric Association website or the online Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the American Psychiatric Association. Um, in my case, I take medications for the mood swings, which is Seroquel. It acts as a mood stabilizer. It also helps with sleep because one of the side effects of um, Seroquel is that it makes you drowsy. And that's another problem that can pop up with schizophrenia is insomnia. Insomnia can make psychotic symptoms even worse. For example, if I'm hearing voices and I can't get to sleep because I'm hearing voices and they're really intense, the less sleep I get, then the more intense the hallucinations become, which means I get even less sleep, which in turn makes the hallucinations and the delusions even worse. And it becomes a vicious cycle. So that's why it's important for a person with schizophrenia to stick to their medication regimen. Um, I'm on a rather large dose of Seroquel, about 600 milligrams. I used to be at 1,000 milligrams. Um, since I quit smoking or have tried to quit smoking, we've reduced my amount of Seroquel from 1,000 milligrams to 600 because when you smoke cigarettes, it makes Seroquel less effective than making a higher dose necessarily. Um, I also have a few phobias, which don't necessarily have anything directly to do with schizophrenia. I have a large phobia of insects, especially cockroaches. My apartment has some cockroaches in it. Whenever I see one cockroach, I get into a state of panic. I spray a lot of insecticide to try to kill cockroaches. They're definitely there, they're real, but I have an unusual fear of them and other insects, spiders, ants, that kind of thing. Um, Phobias are more of an anxiety disorder. They're not really a psychotic disorder. And I certainly have plenty of anxiety. But schizophrenia is basically a system of false beliefs, false perceptions through the five senses, false sense of reality. Um, in my case, mood swings, anxiety, paranoia, and delusions. Um, Another symptom of schizophrenia is what's called negative symptoms. Positive symptoms include things that add to your personality that aren't normally there in people without schizophrenia, like hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, that kind of thing. Negative symptoms are things that take away from the personality that are there in most people. The drive to enjoy things, enthusiasm for doing certain things, the willingness to get a job, enjoy life, enjoy things that other people enjoy. Um, those things are absent in some schizophrenics, and it comes across as flat emotional affect, not showing any emotions, not showing any enthusiasm for anything, not showing interest in anything like work, hobbies, sex, relationships, food, just no general enthusiasm or enjoyment of anything, lack of emotion, lack of showing emotion. It's called flat affect, and those are negative symptoms. Negative symptoms don't respond as well to medications as much as the positive symptoms do. And positive symptoms does not mean good symptoms, and negative symptoms do not mean bad symptoms. In a sense, all symptoms are bad symptoms because they take away from the quality of life of the schizophrenic and make things very complicated. Um, but in general, I'm doing okay, taking it one day at a time, I have a new psychotherapist that I saw yesterday. I already did a video on that. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to help my channel, share these videos on social media. My videos are under common attribution, which means I don't trademark my videos. You're free to download and upload these videos to your own channels or websites. Um, Press the notification bell if you want to know when I put out new videos. And if you want me to do a video on a specific subject, let me know in the comments.